Well, I think we're talking about a massive systemic shift of the whole economy. So we need really strong signals from national governments about the end game, getting to zero. And we've had very encouraging signals from the G20 just yesterday. 80% of the economy and emissions are agreeing that we've got to aim for the 1.5 degree target that science tells us is important, which means net zero by the mid-century. But then that has to be translated into near-term policies, because very few ministers or CEOs are going to be around in 2050. So it's about the clarity of when to phase out coal, when to move to 100% electric vehicles. And those are two mature technologies, renewables. But it's also about investing in the early stage of things like green hydrogen, green steel, and the green fuels that we need to decarbonize shipping and aviation.
What about fossil fuel firms and the role that they play? Because clearly the reality is that there will be a transition period. So how do you think about the role they can play in bridging the gap between now and the future when some of those renewable sources are more plentiful?
Well, they have an important role to play if they fully commit to the transition. And if not, they'll be tackled by investors who understand that this transition is now inevitable. Society's demanding it, the science demands it. The zero carbon economy in 2050 will be $15 trillion bigger than the economy that we would produce if we stay on the current track. But you're seeing the pressure now with activists, investors, tackling the incompetence, the climate incompetence of boards like Exxon, and saying you've got to have directors who actually understand this. You can't just say we're the energy gurus because we grew up in that world, because we're going to a different world. Or recently calls to split Shell, to, if you like, dirty old cash cow, stop wasting investors' money, investing in exploration, which the IEA says is not needed, and split to the new company, which is going to drive to the green future.